If you feel like your walking has changed over the years, maybe you don't go as far as you used to, or you move a bit slower, or walking just doesn't feel as comfortable anymore, you're not alone. And here's something important I want you to know right from the start. In many cases, this is not something you simply have to accept. Very often your body just needs the right kind of movement to remind it how to work together again. In this video, I'm going to show you one simple exercise that many people overlook. It's easy, gentle, and can be done at home. But when practiced consistently, it can support your walking, your balance, and your confidence. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll show you exactly how to adjust it based on your level, so it feels safe and effective for you. Now, before we get to the exercise, let's take a moment to understand why walking starts to feel different over time. Most people experience one of three things. Either they can't walk as far as they used to, or they can't walk as fast, or walking starts to feel uncomfortable, so they begin to avoid it. And when that happens, the body becomes less active, which can make things feel even harder over time. But here's the good news. All three of these challenges are connected, and that means they can be improved together. Let me explain this in a simple way. Think of your body like a system with three important parts working together. First, you have your joints and structure. This is what supports your body. Second, you have your muscles. These give you movement and help you move forward. And third, you have your balance and coordination. This is what helps you stay steady and in control. If even one of these areas becomes weaker, walking can start to feel slower, less stable, or more tiring. And the problem is, most exercises only focus on one part. But what we really need is something that gently supports all three at the same time. And that's exactly what this simple movement does. But before I show you, there's one more idea that can make a big difference. It's not about doing more. It's about doing things consistently and gradually. I once worked with a woman in her mid-50s who loved walking, but after some physical setbacks, she found herself relying more on support and feeling less confident. Instead of pushing harder, we did the opposite. We started with less, short, manageable sessions that felt comfortable. And then, little by little, we increased her time by a small amount each week. No rush, no pressure, just steady progress. And over time, she began to notice something. Walking felt easier, her balance improved, and she felt more confident moving again. That's the key idea I want you to remember. Progress doesn't need to be fast, it just needs to be steady. Now let's go into the exercise. Start by standing with your feet about shoulder width apart. If you need support, lightly hold on to a chair or a countertop in front of you. From here, gently shift your weight forward and slowly lift your heels off the ground. Hold this position for a few seconds, then slowly lower your heels back down. Now reverse the movement. Shift your weight back and lift your toes up, keeping your heels on the ground. Hold again, then relax. That's one full cycle. Move slowly and breathe naturally. Repeat this about 10 times. Now here's why this works so well. When you lift your toes, you're activating the muscles in the front of your lower leg. These help your foot clear the ground when you walk, which supports safer, smoother steps. When you lift your heels, you're working your calf muscles. These are important for pushing your body forward and supporting endurance when walking. And at the same time, your ankles and joints are being gently activated. So with one simple movement, you're supporting strength, movement, and control all together. Now, if this feels comfortable for you, there's one small step you can add. Try doing the same movement while using less support from your hands, even lightly touching the chair with just your fingers. Or, if you feel steady enough, without holding on at all. This helps gently train your balance, which is just as important as strength when it comes to walking. Now let's make this even more practical for you. I recommend doing this exercise twice a day. Start with about 10 repetitions of lifting your heels and 10 repetitions of lifting your toes. Keep everything slow and controlled. And here is the most important part. Do not rush your progress. Instead, increase gradually. You can add just a small amount each week, even 10 to 20% more than what feels comfortable now. This slow progression gives your body time to adapt safely. Now, depending on how you feel, you can also adjust this exercise to match your level. If standing feels difficult, you can do the same movement while sitting. Sit in a chair, keep your feet flat on the floor, and lift your heels, then your toes, just like we did before. You can even gently press your hands on your knees to add a bit of resistance. This is a great option if you want to stay active while watching television, or if you prefer something more comfortable. If the standing version feels easy for you, there is another option. You can stand near a step, holding onto a railing or support. Place the front part of your feet on the step, with your heels slightly off the edge. From here, slowly lower your heels down and then lift them up again. This gives your muscles a fuller range of motion and can help build more strength over time. And if you're ready for a greater challenge, you can try doing the movement on one leg at a time. Stand on one foot, hold lightly for support if needed, and lift your heel and toes just as before. Even a few repetitions on each side can be very effective. But always remember, safety comes first. If anything feels unstable, simply return to the easier version. Now let's take a moment to bring everything together. Walking well is not just about strength. It's about how your body works as a system. Your joints support you, your muscles move you, and your balance keeps everything steady. When all three work together, walking begins to feel smoother, lighter, and more natural again. And the good news is, you don't need complicated routines to support this. You just need simple, consistent movement. When you practice this exercise regularly, many people begin to notice small changes. Steps feel more controlled, movement feels more confident, and over time, walking becomes something you enjoy again, instead of something you avoid. And that's really what matters. Not pushing your body, but supporting it. Not rushing, but staying consistent. Because your body responds best to clear, steady signals. Now I'd like to hear from you. Do you feel that walking has become slower, shorter, or less comfortable for you? Share your experience, along with your age and where you're watching from. And if this video was helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might benefit from it. Take it step by step, stay consistent, and your body will follow.